everybody, or should I say good morning? Probably not, because by the time you see this, it'll probably be Sunday evening. Welcome to the country. My name's Tammy Blalock, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Creative Country Girl TB. This is a channel about cross stitch and stitchy crafting. So welcome along my stitching journey, and let's get started. So it's been a while since I've posted a video. Not that I haven't tried. This is actually my third attempt. I tried 2 weeks ago, and I got a new camera just a couple of months ago, and the camera doesn't work like my old one. I had an LG, and now I have a Samsung. I am not an Apple user. I will never be an Apple user. They have the whole monopoly, and I'm just not an Apple user. So I've actually been watching videos and looking up information about my new camera and trying to figure out how to use it to the best of its abilities. So hopefully this one will, this video will work. But the first one from 2 weeks ago, it wasn't turned. So when you looked at anything that had wording on it, it was all backwards. And I am hoping and praying that this one works right. If it doesn't, I am sorry. I'm going to upload this video no matter what. The second one I did last Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I got that uploaded, and everything was fine. And then I realized that it still wasn't showing the words correctly, and I got disgusted with it because I worked so hard on it, and I just deleted it. So third attempt. Cross your fingers that this one works, because if not, you're going to have to read things backwards until I figure it out. So let's get started. I have an FFO today. Pause for just a second. I'm back. I forgot to bring my FFO with me. I had to borrow it because it was a gift for my mother-in-law for her birthday in November. And I had left it on the dining room table. We're in my studio right now. This is basically my stitchy section. And I always record by that just in case I need to grab something. So my FFO is actually a pattern by, it's So Emma, I believe. I thought I had it right here, but maybe I don't. I'm sure you've all seen it. It is one of the Stitch Quarterlies. It's the one we got at the end of July. My mother-in-law just redid the first floor of her house, and the living area is in dark reds and blues and a few other colors, but the majority is red and blue, and she's focusing on basically the flag. My father-in-law was in the Army, and he went to Vietnam, and we lost him a year ago now. So I stitched the third Stitch Quarterly pattern for my mother-in-law from the Fat Quarter Shop, and then I mounted it. Let's see if you can see. Oh, sun's gonna be shining through that window. So I mounted it on sticky board, and then I found some matching material. These materials are actually, these fabrics are going to be in her quilt. I'm making her a quilt in those colors for Christmas. So, and then I mounted, all of those are mounted on sticky board, and I hot glued them together. I have a piece of cotton lace that I got at Hobby Lobby, also hot glued to the red piece, and some gray grosgrain ribbon and a couple of buttons stacked. And then I hot glued the whole thing to this basket that I did get at Hobby Lobby, and it's perfect for the wall. It's a little concave, so you can see that it frames it just perfectly, and it brings in some dark tones. Her walls are gray and she has white trim, so I thought that this color brought in some dark tones that she'll love. So I'm actually going to go down to her house and hang up her new decorations today. So there, that's my FFO. I hope you like it, and I hope it gives you, pause again. Okay, I'm back again. That was a call from the daughter. I think my phone has slipped just a little bit. There. Oh, yes. Okay, so again, we were just finishing this up. So that'll be my screenshot. I like it. I'm happy how it turned out, and I finally have an FFO. I can finish things, people. Okay, let's move on. I have an almost FO. After tonight, it will be an FO, and then I will get to finishing it. This pattern is by Little House Needleworks. It's called, let me do this when I hold something up. It's called Americana sampling. So it's basically a sampler that just has the alphabet and freedom and liberty and the flag. So this is a Christmas gift for a friend, and it's so close to being done. So let me share this. I am using my huge design board from Lori Holt. This isn't ironed yet, so please excuse the wrinkles. There we go. So there, that's what I've got. I did change it a little bit because the pattern calls for the years at the bottom, and I changed it to their last name. And this, I found this box at Joann's, I believe. So it's just a regular pine box, and it closes and locks. I am going to take the, excuse me, I am going to take the metal off and replace it, because this comes with a really, really cheap, here, I'm trying to see if I can get this figured out. There, that might help a little bit. So it comes with the really, really cheap metal accents. So I purchased newer ones. Again, I don't know where they are right now. I purchased newer ones that are antiqued, and they'll look better. So I need to paint this next week, and paint it this next week, distress it, and hopefully with my next, well, you will, with my next video, you will see this FFO'd for sure. So this is on Vintage Country Mocha. It is a Zweigart base. I believe it's 14 count. and I used my own colors, but they're all fancy flosses, over dyeds, because I just wanted that old look. So that is Americana sampling. And it's in one of my own project bags that I made. Put that on the bottom. Okay, I paused it again for just a second to fix the window. I covered it up a little bit. So there is my almost FO. This one is almost an FO. Hannah Blalock, if you are watching, look away. That's an order. This is going to be a Christmas decoration, Christmas ornament. I am making, it's my first Mill Hill kit that I've ever done. I have a second one picked out for my son. And yes, I know it's kind of summery looking. However, it is going to be well loved. There we go. I'm almost to the point where I can add beads. I started this second mushroom really quick the other night, and almost all the rest is beads except for the stem of the big mushroom there in the middle. That's an off-white I need to stitch. So yeah, so that should be done by my next video. It will be done by my next video. We'll put it that way. This next WIP is also a Christmas gift. It is a Jeanette Douglas sampler, Over the River and Through the Woods. This is So My Mom. She used to sing that song to my kids when they were young, especially at Christmas and Thanksgiving time. So there it is. I was scared. You know that feeling when you look in a project bag and you can't find your actual piece that you're stitching on? Yeah. So there's my progress. I still have a bit to go, but it will be done also. I just got to get moving on it. It's not full coverage at all. The tree in the middle, that's the last thing that I've worked on, and that was one night's of work. So as you can see, I've got almost all the right side done, and I'm heading over this way. I started on the creek, or as my mom says, the crick. I started on the creek the other night, and it's been fun. It's a very interesting stitch, and there's a lot of specialty stitches in it. I am doing this on 16 count Aida. I did that because I wanted to be able to work on it fast since it is a Christmas gift. And some of the specialty stitches are working very well on the Aida. Some of them not so well. So then when I come to that issue, if it doesn't work well on Aida, then I just turn it into cross stitching. So I will have an update on that. This is a Christmas piece, if I remember right. This is what I want to get done for me. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern called Candy Cane Lane. I just love this. When I saw it online, I immediately went to Fat Quarter Shop and clicked order. I just love it. Love it. And my progress, I'm doing pretty good, but I haven't worked on this in a couple of weeks. I've been focusing on my Christmas gift pieces. So, I will get this done in 2020. Whether I get it done before Christmas, that probably won't happen. But this will be a finished piece, for sure. And I love it. So I started at the bottom with the snowman, and then I traveled up because I wanted to see what the length would be. I started it on a, this is just a natural, I think it's called oatmeal, Ada. Zweigart base. So I have a lot left over at the top because the tree that I'm working on right now, that's basically the top of the piece. So I'll get this one done. It just won't be. I'll probably finish this in between, maybe on Christmas Day. Who knows? I plan on stitching all Christmas Day, except when I have to cook for my family. I make a really big breakfast on Christmas Day. And then I don't cook again until dinner. If I cook at all. Usually we have a family dinner that we go to just down the road. But I don't think we're doing that this year due to COVID. So I'll probably make a turkey and we'll get a small ham because my husband really likes ham. Something like that. So there's not a lot of cooking on Christmas Day, but my kids love Christmas breakfast. So my next work is, work in progress, is by Heartstring Samplery. F is for friend. And again, you probably guessed it. This is a Christmas gift. This one I haven't worked on that much because this one I don't have to give. Ugh. I don't like this fabric at all. This is regular, no, this is 16 count regular white Ada that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It's very stiff. It's doing the job and it will be fine. But, you know, I don't have a lot done because I've only worked on it for one night. Oh, upside down. So, you can see I've got a lot to do. I want to get the base done soon because that's the biggest amount of stitching, and I know I can do that, and then I can work on it the week of Christmas. School is out the Friday before Christmas, so I have that whole week of Christmas off, which isn't what we usually do. Usually we work up to the day before Christmas Eve, and we have a big chunk of time after Christmas off. But this year they did it differently, and we have off the whole week of Christmas. I think Christmas is like on a Friday or even a Saturday this year, and Christmas Eve is on Friday. So this year we have all that time beforehand, which is okay. I love that big chunk of time after, because that gives us time to relax and really have a good break. But this year we don't have it. So we have like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then we go back to school on January 2nd or January 3rd. Usually we wouldn't go back to school until the week after that. So it's okay. I'll take it, and it just helps me with the with getting Christmas gifts stitched on time. So I signed up for the Lori Holt and Fat Quarter Shop Prim Stitch series, and I know everyone's seen it because it's out there everywhere. So I'm just going to show you my progress. We have gotten the 5th pattern, which actually is the piece that goes right here in the middle. I started mine 3 different times. This is the 3rd start. I started it with the threads, the DMC colors that it was called for. Those weren't speaking to me. So then I switched to over-dyed colors, and I stitched it 2/2. I was having issues with that, and I realized it was the size, because it was so big, it just wasn't calling to me. So then I decided to start stitching 1/1. And, you know, I lost quite a bit of time. I lost about 6 weeks at the very beginning because of all those different starts. So I'm behind, but again, I'm hoping to focus on this over Christmas break. The very beginning of January, I want to get caught up on this and get to the point where I'm with the program. So that is my progress on that. Look at those teeny tiny stitches. They're so teeny. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm getting it done slowly but surely. Let's see what else is next. Okay. And then this is the last WIP I think I have to share with you today. And this is a pattern, Hannah Blalock. Look away. Look away. This is a pattern that I purchased online. It's designed by Alyssa Westhoke. It's the Homely Houseplant Stitch Along that was held at earlier in the year. So it's a wall of plants, and I saw it and I knew my daughter would love it. There we go. It's the American Spirit pattern by It's So Emma. Okay, so that's done. Now back to the Homely Houseplant. I am doing this on Ada also. I do have projects on linen, people. I just haven't been working on any of them. I do like Ada a lot because it's fast for me. And as you can see, all of my Christmas gifts I've stitched on Ada just so I have time to get them done. So I'm doing pretty good on this. It's not taking a lot of time. I started this on DMC. And I just wasn't feeling it. It was 2 strands and it just wasn't speaking to me. So then I watched Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. I watched one of her floss tubes, and she was, I believe it was her. I'm not for sure. Sulky. I love Sulky thread now. This is all stitched 1 over a square because it's Ada. But it's with Sulky thread. And I adore Sulky thread because you only have to use 1 piece because Sulky is the width of 2 pieces of DMC floss. So I have plants to stitch that go in these pots. I've got 1 more pot here, and then above that I have a smaller shelf with 2 pots, and then I have 2 pots that are hanging from the ceiling, and then I have a little bench of plants to do here. So it's gonna be that sun. It's going to be a pretty big size, and I'm hoping I can find a frame that is kind of in the shape of a house. We'll see. That's my task this next week. So those are my WIPs for right now. And I've gotten a few things kitted up. First, let me go to haul. So I was talking about Sulky. At the Sulky website, they actually have a website, S-U-L-K-Y, and I went on there and I purchased, my case just came apart because I didn't open it correctly. Of course not. I went on the Sulky website and they were having a sale 6 weeks ago, something like that. And so I purchased a lot of greens for the houseplants, and I purchased some brighter colors. I had some of these already because on Amazon you can find the 6-pack of different colors of Sulky. I had purchased a red pack and a green pack for a Christmas piece that I was working on at the time. And then there was a Broadway pack and another pack that had 12 colors in them. So I had 36 spools of Sulky already. So I think I went and purchased like 18 more spools. And there at the Sulky website, you can purchase the spools separately, and if you do that, they're $1.69. The week before Thanksgiving, they had a website special that it was up to Thanksgiving and 35% off your purchase. And if you order over $60 worth at the website, you get free shipping. So what I did the weekend before Thanksgiving, or the week of Thanksgiving, I went on and I purchased enough so that once I put in the 35% discount, I would be right above $60 to still get the free shipping. Because even if you purchased full price $60 or $70 worth, with the discount, it would bump you under $60, so they wouldn't ship it to you. I tried that. They wouldn't ship it to you free. And shipping was like $12. And when you think about it, $12 is like 8-9 spools of Sulky thread. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So with the discount, I think I purchased $115 worth, and I got it down to $71 after I got another case, because with the amount of spools that I purchased, I'm going to need it. And I wanted to try some of the blendable colors. They have what they call blendables, which are, it's not they're not over dyed. It's more variegated, so that you get like 12 inches of one shade and then 12 inches of another shade. But I wanted to try that in some of the greens for the plants to get them more natural looking. So I ordered a few of those, and then I ordered some more regular colors that I would need on future pieces, because I really like Sulky. So if you've never tried Sulky, what I would do is start out like I did. Order a 6-pack on Amazon. I think they're like $10 for a 6-pack, which that's okay. So start out doing that, and if you actually like it, it's a thicker strand. I have to watch my needles I use, because threading the needle is a little bit harder with Sulky. But if you like it, then check out the website and watch for their sales, because you can't beat $60 with free shipping. And it's just, they have different sets also on Sulky at the website. So I just really like it. So as far as my haul goes, I found my box. I have another piece that I also found. I got this at Meijer, And I believe let me see. These squares are about 4 1/4 each, which I think will be perfect for some of our blackbird patterns. I'm planning to stitch the Blackbird Garden series this year. I have all of the patterns except for 2 I still have to find. But there's 12 in the set. Well, I could only stitch 9 if I wanted to. I also have, like, I think it's the Loose Feathers Abdicarian. Am I pronouncing that right? The Abdicarian series. I think I'm missing 2 or 3 of those, but I think those might fit in there too. So, and it was I don't remember how much, but it was a decent price. So you might want to look at that. Also in my haul, I purchased a set of beginning punch needle patterns. So this is, maybe I should have had this in my whip section. This is a punch needle pattern. Now this is the back of it, because with punch needle you work from the back and your finished piece ends up being underneath. So I really like it. I need to work on it more. I'm actually going to punch needle a piece for another Christmas gift this year. And that's one of my haul pieces also. This is at Hobby Lobby in the wood section. And it's a tissue cover. Let's see. $6.99 regular price, and they run their wood pieces on sale, I believe, every 3 weeks. So there is the item and the item number for that. So that was part of my haul. And then I've gotten a few patterns. I purchased this in a Facebook destash group. I love this. I saw Liz using it. That, of course, I already had it by that time. But I really like this. Someone had it, purchased it a while ago, and stitched it. And I got that. One of my favorite designers is Teresa Kogut. She started out with punch needle, and now she designs cross stitch also. And she came out in November. She came out with some new patterns, and I had ordered. I went right away and ordered them from a couple, my favorites, from 1-2-3 Stitch, and this is Oh My Bird. So this will be a new start in the new year. I want to start stitching some pieces for my sewing room upstairs. So I got this on my D-Stash site, Tiny Modernist, the sewing room. So I like this pattern. I'm going to flash it really quick because the chart is really a good chart. I also found this at 1-2-3 Stitch. So by row, this is going to be a stitch series similar. We're going to stitch this together on Fat Quarter Shop. So I wanted that for my sewing room. I purchased this at my local Needleworks shop, Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana. This is one of the newer patterns that Teresa Kogut came out, but this is for, yeah, punch needle. Okay, so my last purchase that I made was this book. It's The Magic of Christmas to Cross Stitch, French Charm for Your Stitch Work. And it's by, Veronique. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. It's French, if that tells you anything. But I purchased that on Amazon because back in the spring, not back in the spring, summer, July maybe, I found this at my local Joann Fabrics shop. And it's Fables and Fairy Tales to Cross Stitch. I love vintage, and these patterns, these charts in this book remind me of old fairy tales, and they're just very whimsical. So there's Jack and the Beanstalk. They're just beautiful, beautiful patterns. This is a hardback book, and it was $24.99 regular price, but I purchased it at 30% off. Let's see if I can do this. Isn't that just beautiful? It's French, but you know, you could always stitch this without this part up here in a little boy's room. I just love it. So when I saw this on Amazon, I just had to have it. And there are many, many things in this book that I will be stitching for Christmas for next year. I just love everything in it. So, I did pay full price for this one, which is $24.99, but I loved it that much. It's a hardback book. It's good quality. So, you might want to look for those. My goal for the month of December is to basically finish up all these Christmas gifts. I want to get to the point so that on Christmas Day, I can stitch what I want, when I want, and not have to worry about time constraints because they are going to be gifts. I'm going to stop my video at this because I have too much to talk about when it comes to my future plans. My goal is to, in a couple of weeks, that week right before Christmas, is to create a video that has my organization, how I organize my charts, but also how I am planning for 2021 with my stitching. I've purchased a couple of things that are helping me plan for 2021. It's going to hopefully help me keep on track with my stitching. There's a couple of charts, let me see, designers that I plan on stitching something from every month for like a calendar or like the Blackbird stockings. There's a chart for each month, and I have purchased I've purchased all but 4 in the past few months, and I just purchased Thanksgiving weekend with the sales, the 4 months I was missing. So there's a way I'm organizing for the year now that's going to make starting things a lot easier, and I have several things kitted up already, so I want to share all of that with you, and that's going to take a whole nother video. So I'm going to stop now. Oh, a few things I forgot. Along with my haul, a couple of charts that I have purchased. I love this whole series, Little House Needleworks, the hometown holidays, and my goal is to have a lot of these stitched. Will that focus any better? It's not focusing very well, is it? So it's better back here. Okay, so my goal is to purchase more of these, and I'm going to work on them this next, probably in July, Christmas in July. This is one that I previously had also, the post office. However, this is a new purchase, the Mercantile. And I think I purchased one more last month. Yes, the Needleworks shop. I had to get that. So I want to get the house and probably Grandma's house too. And there's a few more. I might even, something like this might be good for this series also. I'll have to look and see. I believe there's close to 20 of the hometown holiday charts. Different buildings. I know there's a toy store. There's a coffee shop, a bank. There's just so many different buildings for this series. So I might look for something similar to this, maybe that has 12 or even 15. And just pick my favorites, because I know there's at least 20. They just keep going on that one. So also, this is kind of the way I organize my charts. Just, this is my Christmas winter binder. So all of the charts in here are listed alphabetically by designer, but they are all about Christmas or winter, so that if I want to stitch something for a Christmas gift, I can go straight to this. And of course, these are all the charts that will fit in this size. So we're talking the this size charts. Okay, so if you have a full size 8.5 by 11 size chart, obviously those aren't going to fit. And on my next video, I'll show you how I organize everything and how I store the ones that are larger. So those hometown holidays is going to be big into my next year's stitching too. So that's it for now. If you liked this video, please hit like. Subscribers, thank you so much. It means the world to me that you enjoy my videos enough that you want to subscribe and see them all. Please feel free to share my videos to others. I love having stitching friends, and I look at some Flosstube subscribers, not subscribers, but makers. And they have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers, and I just don't know how they do it. That's a lot. So I think I have like 120 right now, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you, each and every one of you. I appreciate it. Feel free to leave me a comment as far as what you want to see in the future. If you have any questions. Also, I tried really hard to get this video switched. I don't think it's working. So, I promise you, I am going to try my hardest to make sure it is videoing correctly so that you can read the charts yourself when with my next video. This new phone has got me, I just can't figure it out. So I am going to have to do some more searching to figure it out. So as always, thanks for spending some time with me today here in the country with Creative Country Girl TB. And I'm also Creative Country Girl TB on Instagram and Facebook. So if you'd like to follow me there, come on by and say hi. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. Bye, friends.